Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be, sorry, that was like a really weird introduction. I'm very bad with introductions. I've established this before. Right now I want to talk about American Horror Story, and as you can probably see by the title of this video, I have a lot of thoughts. I'm super into this season so far. Episode 1 just premiered a few days ago, and since the first episode, I was gripped. So I'm very excited for this. I haven't been this excited since, like, Gaga was announced for Hotel, and I love Gaga. So I just want to talk about some theories regarding American Horror Story Apocalypse. Obviously, if you haven't seen seasons 1 or 3 or even any American Horror Story season, don't watch this because no season is off limits when discussing these theories. Specifically, I want to discuss a theory in particular that I thought was pretty interesting regarding how all of the seasons connect. Obviously, in particular, Murder House and Coven. Let's recap what we know happened in episode 1 of Apocalypse. We saw doomsday in the United States after nuclear war has been declared. Young adult Timothy is taken from his family by secret agents to an underground facility. He's told he was sent there because of his DNA obtained by accessing his, DNA through Ancestry.com. I thought it was kind of cool that they incorporated that because there's a conspiracy theory that when we send in our DNA to those kind of websites that the government takes our DNA, so I thought it was pretty funny. Anyways, they deemed him of good quality to be saved. So he's sent to this underground facility, and in this underground bunker, which they call Outpost 3, he meets Venable, played by Sarah Paulson, who is the leader of this underground society. He's instructed to wear purple alongside this other girl's there. I forget her character's name, but they wear purple as a sign of their elite status, and they're told to follow all the house rules while the other housekeepers have to wear gray, which is not very cute. If I was there, I would honestly rather wear purple. A lot of this episode just established how shitty their situation is, how little food they have to ration, and how corrupt the leaders are of this underground society. But now let's get into the actual theory of how this season is going to go. So at the end of the episode, a masked man appears at the outpost and reveals himself to be Michael Langdon. If you don't recognize this name, Michael Langdon was actually the demon child at the end of the Murder House season. He's essentially the Antichrist from season 1, and he's the child of Tate and Vivian, Tate Langdon and Vivian Harmon. It is proposed in this theory that he's the cause of the entire apocalypse, which I think is safe to assume, considering that he is the Antichrist. So it's possible that he could actually be a runner-up for the next Supreme as well, which in this theory, I didn't even consider the fact that he could be a Supreme, but then I started thinking, how are they going to tie this into Coven? And that's how this theory connects everything, so bear with me. Michael Langdon could have a connection to former Supreme Mimi DeLongpre, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just here to report. In the last episode of Murder House, Constance Langdon, played by Jessica Lange, pretends to adopt the demonic Michael Langdon from distant cousins in Virginia named Eveline and Steve DeLongpre. So there's a connection there. That's how that connection is established. That could be how Michael is connected to the murder house, with some theorists even suggesting that the outpost is underneath the actual murder house. But how do the witches from Coven tie into everything? Bear with me, because not everything is going to be explained, and there's probably going to be more questions proposed than answered in the next couple minutes. Sarah Paulson's character in Coven, Cordelia, has the gift of sight, and she got this when she was burned in the acid attack. She lost her actual sight, and she was gifted sight, to see the future. So this gift would allow her to see the apocalyptic future and notice that it is the Antichrist who has caused all of the apocalypse shit. But here's the plot hole that I've noticed.
Apocalypse takes place in 2019 in the timeline. The events of Apocalypse were predicted in American Horror Story Hotel, which takes place in 2022. So, logically speaking, time travel would need to take place in order for any of this to make sense. Because if Cordelia has this vision that the apocalypse is happening, she would have to go back in time
to reverse it from happening, and then it would never happen. Right? Yeah. So technically if this is a vision that Cordelia is seeing, there's no set time period that it occurs in. It could really occur in any time period. So I guess that's not a plot hole. Anyways, we have still yet to see Madison, Zoe, and Queenie. It's only been one episode, so I knew that they weren't going to be in the first episode. But the theory is that the witches will band together after Cordelia has the vision of the apocalypse and the Antichrist in order to stop him from, wreaking more havoc. They're going to travel back in time to the murder house when he was a child and stop him somehow. Lots of questions are being not answered. This leaves a lot of questions open, like how will Madison, Myrtle, Misty, and Queenie even come back from the dead? We know resurrection is possible. We know this from Coven. But as far as we know, all 4 of those people are dead. Another question is Madison Montgomery connected to Murder House? We obviously know that she has the same last name as the first residents of the murder house, Charles Montgomery. So there is a connection there. Hopefully they explore that more and confirm it this season, Apocalypse, but I don't know if they will. Another question is, will we see Michael fight the witches? It's obvious that he's the antagonist, but will there be 2 antagonists? Will there be somebody fighting against him? It was talked about that he had an unborn baby twin. When Vivian was pregnant, it was supposed to be twins and only one came out. The other one apparently died. So if the witches do go back in time and they can do time travel, maybe the unborn twin will play a role of good and Michael will be the evil, and there will be good versus evil. So this is all just speculation. This is the most excited I've been for a season of American Horror Story since Gaga was announced for Hotel. And this theory is one of many that me and many others have, so if you want me to do any other videos or episode discussions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know that this isn't the most concrete theory. I just love talking about theories and speculating and stuff, so definitely leave me some comments about it if you watch American Horror Story and have any thoughts about how you think this season is going to go. Also, let me know if I left anything out, if there's any information that you know and I didn't discuss. I'm probably going to do some follow-up videos. As always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than something I usually do. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.